Welcome to the third video in the Producerism series. This month we will focus on repurposing resources and producing less waste. Today's topic is milk kefir, a fermented liquid similar to yogurt. Many people eat kefir for its probiotics or good bacteria that inhabit our digestive organs and maintain a healthy gut. So, how do we prepare kefir? You will need kefir grains, a starter that feeds off of sugars and milk as part of the fermentation process. You can obtain kefir grains from the Kefir Lady, I've provided her link below, or a local supplier. Some companies sell a powdered starter, but I've only ever gotten good results from fermenting the cottage cheese-like grains. And conveniently, once you buy them, you should never have to replace them, but instead continue to feed them a healthy dose of milk each day. Speaking of milk, this is the second key ingredient to a successful batch of kefir. Lastly, tools you need include a wooden spoon, a non-metal strainer, and a glass jar for the fermentation process. Now, I started a batch yesterday, and it looks ready to strain. First, separate the kefir grains from the fermented milk with your colander. Remember, the grains are healthiest when they do not come in contact with metal. Here I use a clean plastic sprouting container. After you strain your grains, they should look like this. There is no need to rinse the grains. Keep them damp. Place them in a clean glass jar. Add enough milk to cover the grains completely. The ratio is entirely dependent on fermentation time. If you plan to leave your grains to feed on the milk for an entire day, then I recommend a ratio of 1 to 5 grains to fresh milk. I replace the milk supply 2 times a day, once in the morning for breakfast and once at night before bed. I love probiotics. Based on this time schedule, I add about twice as much milk as there are grains. In the past, I have made the mistake of filling a container too much. During the fermentation process, my milk started to overflow and spill onto the countertop. Allow for a couple inches of breathing space in your choice of container. You can cover your kefir with an airtight lid or some type of netting and allow it to breathe. I sometimes use cheesecloth, or I wash and repurpose cotton sheets. Once separated from the grain culture, the milk is ready to drink. Some people prefer to eat kefir chilled. Others add some to a smoothie to mask the slightly sour taste, while still enjoying the digestive benefits. There are numerous benefits to kefir. It's filled with many probiotic strains of good bacteria and yeast. Kefir stays fresh for much longer than milk, both in and out of the refrigerator. And if you prepare your own kefir, it can be a lot cheaper than buying yogurt, and won't contain additives like sugars or artificial flavoring. You can also eat the grains for an extra probiotic boost. Once you get used to the idea of fermenting a dairy product at room temperature, kefir is a great alternative to more expensive probiotic choices. The longer you allow your grains to ferment, the more probiotic-rich and sour your final product will be. One more thing. After a couple hours of fermentation, the grains may separate from the milk. When my grains float to the top, I gently blend them to resubmerge them. This allows the grains to feed off of the milk sugars that would have otherwise had no contact with the starter. That would result in less probiotics. We hope these videos encourage you to build a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. Thanks for watching.